Spring is a really good time to take some softwood cuttings. And I'm going to take some from this Marguerite. This is a particularly nice one, Argyranthemum Chelsea Girl. And they'll root so quickly at this time of the year, middle of May, that you'll get perfectly serviceable plants by midsummer. So you can get... Now the first thing to do is to select your cutting material, and you're looking for a side shoot that hasn't quite flowered completely, not completely open, and you're cutting it quite close in next to the main stem like that. Bring it down and then slice very close to a node, so where the leaves are sprouting from the main stem. So a nice sharp cut across like that, and then take away quite a few of the lower leaves. And the other thing you need to do is to nip out the flower bud at the top, because you don't want it to try and go on and flower. You want it to put all its energy into putting down roots. So I've got 3 cuttings, and I'm going to now pop them in. I'm using some seed and cutting compost, to which I've added extra grit, and it's damp but it's not sopping. So I'm going to make 3 holes with a dibber quite near the edge, where they'll get the most air and oxygen circulation. I'm not going to use rooting hormone because they're growing so vigorously with so many plant hormones surging through them at the minute that I don't think it's necessary. And I'm just going to pop each one quite deeply into that hole. I'm going to pop a little cane in the middle here, to pop a plastic bag over the top of these to keep a really humid atmosphere. Now I'm going to place this somewhere warm and reasonably light, but not in direct sunlight, just somewhere where it won't get the sun scorching down on it, but it's warm enough to keep all those plant hormones working and the roots going down. Now every few days I'm going to come and turn that bag inside out, so not too much moisture builds up. And after a week or two, when it looks like they're sitting up and they have roots, I'm going to each day cut a slightly bigger hole in the bag. I find that if I just take it off suddenly in one rush, they often flop because they haven't become accustomed to the normal air circulating around them. Now, Elaine took her cuttings a few weeks earlier, so I'm going to hand over to her to tell you what to do for the next stage.
And I can tell by the new growth that they're actually rooting nicely now. So I'm now going to tip this pot out like this, so it's time that they have their own spaces. Oh, and I can see that the roots have developed very nicely from these cuttings. So I'm just going to gently pull them apart like this. You need that bit there. So I'm hardly disturbing the roots at all, really. And then tuck them into their own pots. And tuck the compost around them, like that. Give them a little water in, and then they can grow on before they are ready to go out into the garden.
So after a couple of weeks of growing on in their own individual pots, you can move the plants on to their final pot and they can go out in the garden. So really in about 6 weeks, you've taken cuttings from your original plant and made several more for free. Now, if you've enjoyed this tutorial, please subscribe to our channel and follow our blog at the3growbags.com.